In the last 10 days, I've spent $1,400 on ads and I've made zero money back. Here's what's happening. I have less than 82 days to make 25K a month in my business consistently, or I'll go get a job. That's what I told my wife. My name's Colton. Pleasure to meet you. You can just call me Cole. At the core of this challenge, the point is for me to be able to build consistency and go all in on what I truly want. And what I'm really trying to do is I'm trying to build some sort of consistency in my life and some sort of independence from the grand, matrix. Go get a job and, see what happens from there. The biggest, most predominant thing on my mind today is just feeling like, some days they just don't go how you want them to go. I was supposed to close potentially a deal yesterday and close a deal today. They didn't go through, and they were each possibly going to be 7,000. One of them said he's going to hire a company that does AI videos and generate them AI videos for their Facebook ads. And I said, okay, so the problem is that you just want different videos. He's like, well, no, what you charge is too expensive. And I said, oh, okay, so it's the price. So what would the price be? And he's just like, yeah, well, if you were to, I said, like, what would the perfect price be? He's like 3,000. I was like, oh, so if it was 3,000, then it'd make sense. He's like, no, we already made our mind up. We're doing this. He's like, call back in like a couple months, which is so freaking funny because that means that he's not really bought in, which means I didn't do a good enough job selling him on the call. And that's not to say you're going to sell everyone. People have their agency. And then the other guy, he's acting like he's ready to go, and it's just a matter of connecting now. So I called him today. He said, I'll get back to you on later today or Monday about, the best time to talk to move forward. So supposedly we're going to move forward. All of that said, though, spending $1,200 and not making anything at my level where I'm only doing, $10,000 a month in revenue. I'm at, $12,000, $13,000 for the month right now. And being, $30,000 in credit card debt, it's scary. I am excited to do this challenge, though, because I absolutely believe in myself. And what I am learning more and more as I'm creating more and more and more content, I am learning more that the more imperfect action you take, the more quick imperfect action you take, the quicker you're going to learn and the quicker you're going to improve. And I don't know every single thing that I need to do to grow this marketing agency, but I know most of what I need to do. And a lot of it comes back to just me not focusing on the right things at the right time. So yeah, it's interesting. But there was another thing I wanted to bring up, and that was it's about vulnerability. I was just going to say, I think the biggest thing for me about this challenge is I want to share it with the internet, because my biggest mistake in the past, like ever, is thinking that I can overcome addictions or reach my goals or achieve great things without talking to anyone about it. And for 95% of people, that's not going to be the case. You've got to build a community. You've got to talk to people, and that community doesn't have to be online. But for me, doing this challenge online, given that I am a marketer, it only makes sense. I feel like it's like, why wouldn't I try to share everything I'm learning right now with everyone? Because it only does me and them good, because I get feedback and they get to learn from my mistakes and my successes. And I think that's really cool. And to be totally frank with you, I've had times in my life, I brought up addiction a minute ago. I have been addicted to pornography before, as have, 90% of men. And the absolute biggest necessity to overcoming addiction, things like, porn or, alcohol consumption or any other kind of addiction, is who are you going to talk to about it consistently? How transparent are you going to be? So even though this business is not it's not a, addiction, it is a commitment, and it is something that takes a lot of hours and a lot of focus. And for me to get where I want to be, it's going to take an incredible amount of accountability that I'm not going to let myself slide by without trying really hard, because there's a lot of people watching. And it's almost like it's a good kind of pressure, because, you know, pressure makes diamonds. So all of that said, I'm stoked. Today, didn't make much progress. I did film a piano rolling down a hill and crash with one of my clients. We filmed some Chef's Kiss ads, and in the future I'd like to be showing stuff like that in this video, but for now they need to stay simple. But I'm really excited for that client. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope this was valuable, and I hope you have a great day. Make sure to like and subscribe.